My name is John Hutzler, and I'm running for Washington County Auditor. I want to thank the forum for this opportunity to connect with voters, and I thank you for coming today and for watching. I began my professional career as a lawyer. However, I decided I didn't want to be the butt of lawyer jokes for the rest of my life. So I became a performance auditor, which has the advantage of being obscure enough that most people don't know any auditor jokes. However, now that I'm running for office, I realize that obscurity is not particularly helpful. So I will share a joke with you before I'm done. First, let me say that as your county auditor, I will not audit your tax returns. My job will be to audit the government, not the people. I will examine government programs and operations to determine first, are they effective? In other words, are they achieving results? Second, are they efficient? Or could those results be achieved at a lower cost? And third, do they comply with applicable laws and regulations? Let me illustrate these three objectives with just one example. In an audit of a visiting nurse program for new mothers, I found that the program would be more effective, that is, babies would be healthier, if limited resources were focused on high-risk mothers rather than spread at an ineffectual level to all new mothers. I also found that the program could be operated more efficiently if nurses were allowed to focus on providing nursing services while less expensive social service aides provided case management and referral services. And I identified unclaimed reimbursements from the federal government to which the county was entitled because it complied with all federal regulations. I'm highly qualified to fill this office. I'm a certified internal auditor, a certified government audit professional, and the recipient of numerous awards from professional audit organizations. My audit experience includes both business and government, and I've demonstrated my ability to save taxpayer dollars in various roles throughout my career. I have evaluated and recommended improvements in public safety and justice, road construction and road maintenance, capital project planning and IT systems development, public health programs, purchasing controls and lobbyist expenses, HR policies and fraud controls, performance reporting, and the audit function itself. That experience has earned me the endorsements of Washington County officials and residents across the political spectrum, from former Governor Vic Atiyeh to Senator Ron Wyden, from both the leading conservative and the leading progressive candidates for county chair, most of our representatives to the state legislature and Congress, current and former county commissioners, mayors, and city councilors, and members of the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, and even the Tea Party. They support me because they know that in order to be effective, the county auditor must have a broad knowledge of government operations. Why? Because anything the county does can be examined by the auditor, yet the auditor has no authority to direct anyone to do anything. He can only recommend program improvements, and unless those responsible for operating, managing, and administering those programs respect his knowledge of what it is they do and his ability to make constructive recommendations for how to do it better, his recommendations will fall on deaf ears. I have that broad government experience. My recommendations will result in real change. I've earned the support of both progressive and conservatives because while they may not agree on what or how much government should do, they do agree that government operations should be efficient and effective, and they know that I can further those goals. Will Rogers once said, "It's a good thing that we don't get as much government as we pay for." While I appreciate Will's humor, being fiscally conservative, it's hard for me to accept the idea that we get less from government than we pay for. Let me share with you another joke that illustrates my view of the auditor's role. To an optimist, the glass is half full. To a pessimist, the glass is half empty. But to an auditor, the glass is twice as big as it needs to be. I see the glass as government, and my role as auditor is to see that government is no bigger than it needs to be. As your county auditor, I will hold government accountable for what it does with your tax dollars. I ask for your vote for John Hutzler for County Auditor on May 18th. Thank you.